Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about cards and card collectors.
So we've got a bunch of vintage here on the top.
First edition base set booster box. Oh, blue eyes!
Untap everything and then draw for turn. Okay, I'm going to play a Phyrexian Arena.
We do have a few obstacles today. It's really hot. I'm pretty sure that I have like a stomach bug or something. Still in a pretty good mood though. I think I've got a couple hours before that really starts to kick in. Also, there's gonna be mosquitoes, I can tell already. So if I'm doing this, yeah, that's the worst thing, honestly. Yeah, those are disadvantages. Advantages, we have the indomitable human spirit.
Never give up!
Let's give one up for humanity right quick. This is gonna be a big pro-human episode. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about cards today. Not a completely foreign topic on this channel, but it is pretty random. You're not gonna find a big playlist of videos from me ranting about this a lot, because I'm not the guy that's grabbing holos on Whatnot and swiping first editions on eBay. I'm more of a casual card guy. A casual card guy involuntarily. That is, though, not by choice, because, and this is important, first and foremost, I am a broke guy. Having a hobby while identifying as a broke guy has never been easy. If you're into photography, then just buy film for a month and see how you feel. If you're into golf, you're gonna have to decide if you want to eat today or buy a 3-pack of balls. And if you're into getting the new Mario Kart bundled with the Switch 2 in a few days, I've got some bad news for you. But there's not a single hobby in this era, in this dimension, that will drain your V-Bucks quicker than card collecting. And if we just forget about the money for a second, if you're going in person for the latest limited release set of Pokemon, you better have left some room in your inventory for a couple of Chug Jugs, because it's dangerous. And I'm done with the Fortnite references. I know I'm kind of pushing it there. I think I'm just hyped up because I clutched a couple of VRs recently. Feeling good. Anyways, but yeah, no, the danger is real. I am an alligator wrestling connoisseur as well, as some of you know, and I can say with confidence, I'd rather hop in a swamp with one of those bad boys right now than hop in a Target with 20 coked up 40-year-old dads who are all there for their 6-year-old daughter, by the way. All 12 boxes that they got are going right into her binder, which is, it's pretty sweet when you think about it like that. Really helps you to look past the assaults and threats and stabbings. But like I said, I'm a casual card guy, so a little bloodshed is fine by me. I'm not there, that's okay. As a casual card guy though, I'm not really looking to hand out sexual favors to store managers to find out when the next restock is going to be. I just want to stroll in on a Friday night after work, grab a couple of booster packs and a bag of sour gummy worms, and go rip some hitters, just like every other guy in his mid-20s. Then a couple of shots of chocolate milk to the dome, and I'm out for the night. So I'm not really worried about getting the most sought after cards. You know, if there's a prismatic evolution set or whatever left over on a shelf for some reason, I would kick a 6-year-old out of the way, yeah, but that's because it's no risk to me. You know, that's easy. That's a skill issue on their part, honestly. But if it was like a 12 or 13-year-old, yes, there's a small chance that they'd beat me in the fight, but it wouldn't be zero. And it's just not that big of a deal for me. So I'm bowing out to that 12-year-old boy or girl, let them get what they want, and then if they leave something, maybe I'll pick that up. You know, that's fine. The hard truth that us casual and or broke guys are having to face nowadays is that there are no cards to be had whatsoever, not without becoming uncasual and unbroke, mainly unbroke, which is the problem. But I've been around the block a few times now, and I know that the boom in collectible cards kind of comes in a wave. It's kind of a cycle. For instance, during the pandemic, there was a big spike in prices. There were influencers like Logan Paul bringing a lot of attention to the scene. There were scams that started popping up. I'm not sure if that was a coincidence that the scam started happening when Logan entered the chat, but you know, he really does such a service to so many communities for being like the canary in the coal mine, just letting people know like when he enters the space, it's time to get out. And I don't know, I don't see him getting enough credit for that. Anyways, the cycle that we're in right now could be described in one word, and that is ah! But not all hope is lost. I'm just kidding with you. There's nothing we can do. All hope is lost. No, but there are a couple things actually that you can do. The main thing is just to wait until the hype dies down. I know that isn't the sexiest answer. You can also just do what I do, which is watch a bunch of content creators opening packs and boxes that you couldn't get even if you wanted to. So, and that will give you a sense of joy and excitement, and jealousy and depression is great. But in all honesty, last night, after pulling hitters called me a broke-ass bitch for the 7th time.
Obviously, y'all ain't got no motion if you ain't ordering.
I was feeling pretty down. When it came down to it, I didn't have any real cardboard. And knowing that made it hard to get out of bed or look at my dog in the eyes. So this morning, I woke up, put all my skill points into luck, drove to my local hell, and walked to the card section. And it worked. I got these. Now, I've vaguely referenced some Pokemon sets, and I might have mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! A bit earlier, I can't remember, but I haven't said anything about Magic. And that's because a week ago, I'll be honest, I didn't know anything about it, really. I couldn't have told you the difference between an enchantment and... But a side effect of watching all of those YouTubers opening packs was that a rogue Magic video or two would enter my feed. And I didn't have anything against Magic. I'd just always grown up with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards, so I was open to it. And then I found this guy's videos, Ristic Studies. Those started to hook me in a little bit. Somebody in the comments described his videos as like the summoning salt of MTG. And that got me. That's what I needed right there. And I could follow maybe 60, 70% of it, which is pretty good. That's not on him. That's just, like I said, I'm very new. So anyways, I binged a lot of his videos, and then I watched like a 45-minute video explaining how to actually play the game. So needless to say, I'm pretty experienced now. All right, bonus content, which is a first for the channel, I think. Also filming in my car, there was a gang of middle school soccer players that showed up that I did not want to mess with, not after last time. So yeah, I had to move production, but you got to stay flexible in this industry. And let me grab these. Boom. There we are. We're gonna open them up. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open these bad boys up in the car. So I'm gonna set the camera up better so that we can see me opening it. All right, here we go. We've got 4 packs. This one is the same, but I have it backwards because this one's special. We'll talk about it last. We'll open it up last. But yeah, I'm in a very uncomfortable position for this absolutely cinematic shot, so we're just going to try to go through these pretty quick. Aha, here we go. So yeah, I went into Target to get Magic cards specifically, which is good because they were out of Pokemon, and they had like a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! And don't worry, I have this car, I have the climate set to keep these pristine. I don't have any sleeves, but I do have like an envelope here. I got a thank you letter that we can stick anything big in there. I'm pretty sure these can have alpha Black Lotuses in them. So here we go. Whoa. This is the first Magic cards that I've ever held. Let me get this. Okay, so this is a token. Like I said, I'm extremely experienced, so I'm gonna know absolutely everything about the game. Tokens, I saw that in the tutorial of the arena game that I just downloaded, so yeah, I'm all about that. We're gonna go through these really quick. If you don't know anything about Magic as well, you're in the right company. We're just gonna go straight vibes and pictures, and then obviously, you know, we're gonna resell all of these for $1 billion after I'm done. So Cool. Oh, we got a freaking crocodile, almost as cool as an alligator, but right up my alley. Got to look at this one a little bit closer. I'm going to look at all of these a lot closer after the video, but I'm just going to run through them so we get some bonus content. This guy looks awesome. Cool. I'm a big creature guy. I'm all about anything that I get. Love me a creature though. Humans have to be like extra cool. What is this, Aquaman? Humans have to be extra cool for me to like them, but these kind of guys. This is a dragon. He also kind of looks like a turtle though. Love it. Flying and vigilance. Yeah, I know some of these terms. I kind of know what's going on. Really liking everything I'm seeing so far. Artifact. This guy. He's making a perfect thumbnail face. Let me get him a little bit closer. Yeah. Man opens first magic cards in his car and pulls Alpha Black Lotus. It's in here, pretty sure. I don't have my gloves on for it, but is this? Oh! Ah! Ah! I have no idea if this is good. Any foil that we get though, I'm going to act like that just in case it gets clipped, and I don't want to seem like I don't know what I'm doing, so got to act hype for those. Is this also? No, it's not. But an elephant, a shiny elephant in our first pack. African elephants have the longest gestation period of mammals, I believe. I think it's 22 months. So just a fun fact for you there. So our first pack done. All of our cards. I'm gonna look into these later, research them. All right, moving into number 2. I'm gonna try to go a bit faster, but I genuinely want to look at them all, but I'm telling myself I'll look at them later. Okay, this one feels a lot thicker, so let me weigh it right quick. Yep. Some extra foils in this one for sure. Also, if this is maybe a tad too nerdy for you on this channel, you know, you're used to the Chad content of me talking about Disney rides and stuff, then you're not alone. I told all of my 2 friends about this. I was like, guys, what about magic? What if I got into that? Is that cool? And they were like, no, hell no. That would be super lame. So I was like, bet, here I am. Now I have Mardu. Who's laughing now? I'm gonna send a screenshot of this one to them after we're done. Cool artwork. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have to just pump through these. I can't read anything. Just going on designs. Hopefully it's being filmed decently. I like that one. I don't know what that thing is, but it's cool. Oh, super cool. Deer man, icy deer, cool. Melting icy deer man, cool. Horn dragon, cool man. Riling, cool. Whoa. Also a lot of mana up there. See, I know what I'm talking about. Also, speaking of, hey, this is what we got earlier, but not shiny. Lame. Just kidding. I still like you, Elephant Man. Cool. Oh yeah, speaking of my magic knowledge, have I been getting lands? Don't I need to be getting lands? Can I? Oh! All right, that was my reaction for this foil, but again, not sure if it's good at all. But very cool, very shiny, if you can tell. It's actually not crazy shiny, but just enough to make it extra cool. And now our second pack, done. Moving on. Pack number 3, we're going even quicker. We're going lightning speed. Boom, boom, and we're going. Oh, nice. Yes, very nice. I loved you in Jungle Book. I loved you in Aragon. I loved you in the previous pack. Whoa, I like this guy. Big creature guy, I'm telling you. That's what I'm here for. Weird creature guys. This guy looks a little out of place. I don't know about him. Not this guy, him, the actual dragon. I didn't notice him at first. He also looks a little out of place for me. I'm not sure about that smile. Not sure about that one. Oh, we're back into it, baby. Yes, rhino. I don't have a rhino fact. I wish I had a rhino fact on deck for y'all. This one's a little different from what I'm used to seeing, and I have to research that. Didn't get this one in the arena tutorial. Dracogenesis. Can't read. Is that going to be an issue for my magic career? All right. Got that out of the way. Not sure if it's good, but this one feels good, man. It's a cool creature. It's got tusks. What does this say? He just kind of followed me home one day. I mean, how could you say no to this face? That's not really the description that I'm looking for like a legendary $100,000 card, but it could be. Who knows? Now we put our Ice Age guy on top, and that pack is done. Nice. On to the final pack, the 4th pack. Okay, we're on to our final pack. The audio also might be really bad now. That's because my phone died right before filming this one. So I had to plug my phone in, which really just tells me that the magic gods are scared for what I'm about to pull in this one. Why is this one special? Just because it was the one I was on the fence about getting. Oh my gosh, it's also, sealed by Iron Man himself. Boom, this is the one. But yeah, it was the last one I got. I was on the fence about it. They were marked as being like more expensive than they actually were at checkout. So I was like, well, I got to use this extra money to get another one. So I like ran over to get it while the checkout was still going. It wouldn't let me cancel and come back. So probably had some eyebrows raised in the Target store on me on that one. But I think it's going to be worth it because this is about to be huge. All right, we focused. All right, we're going through it. Boom. Cool. I'm going to have less commentary on these because my heart's just pumping. Whoa. This guy's different. Might be something. 10 grand at least. Yeah, probably so. Whoa! Oh! If one of these is actually really big, then I will have wished that I was like yelling for longer. I mean, I'm guessing they're not, but very cool, very cool. Oh, and it's a land. Yes. I've been wondering. I was like, dude, I can't play the game without these. And I feel like I haven't seen a lot, but maybe I just haven't been reading them very well. But that's cool. And boom, and boom. Put our cool foil on top. That's $100,000. All right, that's it. All right, guys, that was fun. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the bad audio at the end. And if you're like a Magic veteran and you cringed at my commentary, I'm sorry for that too. But I'm gonna do some research on these. And yeah.